Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and I have some breaking news that is being reported regarding R. Kelly and his defense team. It looks like Steve Greenberg and Michael Leonard are no longer on the case, or they're being asked to be removed from the case. Can you guys believe this? His Eastern District of New York trial is set to start in August. And now we have this move that they want to leave the case, or they're being asked to leave the case. You guys know that I had told you a few months ago that there was somebody in Chicago. I'm not sure if it was an inmate or someone outside of the Chicago prison, but they had been filing motion after motion after motion after motion. In the Chicago case, they filed a lawsuit against the warden at the MCC, and all of this was done on R. Kelly's behalf. And it got to the point where I guess Steve Greenberg was telling the judge that R. Kelly was not, giving consent for whoever this was that was filing these motions on his behalf. And so the judge made a ruling that whoever this person was, that they were not allowed to file these motions. And so when the new motions were coming in, the judge would just automatically deny the motion because they're saying that this person was not the attorney of record and that R. Kelly knew nothing about these motions. He didn't know who this person was. And it was just so weird that this person was just sending in all these motions. And so none of them actually went anywhere. And so now I'm wondering, with this breaking news, did R. Kelly really know that this person was filing motions? And is something going on behind the scenes? Like perhaps he's found a new legal team that's coming into play. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article from the Chicago Sun-Times. It says R. Kelly's Chicago lawyers say they want out of Brooklyn racketeering trial with 2 months to go. A dispute over trial responsibilities amid members of Kelly's legal team appears to have prompted the move, which threatens to delay the August trial. 2 months before R&B superstar R. Kelly is set to face trial in federal court in Brooklyn, his two leading Chicago-based defense attorneys asked Monday to withdraw from the case. And I find it interesting that he's no longer being referred to as disgraced R&B singer. They are calling him R&B superstar R. Kelly again. It says that the request came from defense attorneys Steve Greenberg and Michael Leonard, the most visible members of Kelly's defense team since sex abuse allegations resurfaced against the singer in 2019. Our reasons for withdrawal are significant, and it is impossible, in our belief, for us to be able to continue to properly represent Mr. Kelly under the current circumstances, Greenberg wrote in a letter to the judge. The lawyers offered to serve as standby counsel during Kelly's Brooklyn trial set for August 9th. They also asked for a hearing to discuss the matter further. Though their request threatens to again postpone Kelly's long-awaited trial, the singer has been in prison for nearly 2 years, and the judge may be hesitant to delay it much longer. Greenberg's letter didn't go into further detail about the reason for the request, but he and Leonard shared statements with the Chicago Sun-Times suggesting a dispute over trial responsibilities amid members of Kelly's legal team prompted the move. Ultimately, as trial lawyers and in the interest of the client, we weren't comfortable professionally with allowing lawyers who have never tried federal cases to have significant trial responsibilities. Greenberg said in his statement that approach was not to everyone's liking. So, was R. Kelly trying to bring in his own attorneys? Like, what is really going on? Did somebody outside of the camp hire attorneys to come in? Like, this is getting really, really interesting. So it goes on with Leonard writing, ultimately, as trial lawyers and in the interest of the client, we were only comfortable professionally with giving significant trial responsibilities to those who have substantial federal criminal jury trial experience. We wish Mr. Kelly nothing but the greatest success. Okay, so that kind of sounds like, you guys know that Nicole was added to the Eastern District of New York, so that she would be able to see the discovery. We didn't know if she was going to take a lead role as far as being on the actual defense team in this case. So maybe, she seems to have a close relationship with Robert. So maybe she was trying to take the lead position. She is a prosecutor, but I think she was a prosecutor at the state level, not at the federal level. Like, this might be her first federal case, so there could be some jockeying going on there. So let's go ahead and continue with this article. It says Kelly, 54, is also represented in the case by attorneys Douglas Anton of New Jersey, Thomas Farinella of New York, and Nicole Becker of Michigan. None of them immediately responded Monday to requests for comment from the Sun-Times. So guys, they are saying that Doug Anton is very much still on this case. And I mentioned to you all before that although he terminated his as a attorney of record on the Eastern District of New York case, that did not mean that he was no longer a part of the team. A lot of people felt that meant that he had been terminated, but that only meant that he was being removed from having access to court documents, and that could have been for any number of reasons why he was removed from that. But in this article, they are stating that Doug is still on the case. So Kelly is charged in Brooklyn with racketeering. His indictment there alleges he led an enterprise made up of his managers, bodyguards, drivers, and other employees who helped him recruit women. A separate indictment in Chicago charges Kelly, and you guys know about the Chicago cases and the federal cases in Chicago. It says Kelly has been held in Chicago's downtown Metropolitan Correctional Center since his arrest in July 2019, though authorities had recently said they would be preparing to move him to New York for trial. So what do you guys think about this breaking news? What is going on with these attorneys? And I really can't say that I am surprised, because there's just been so much craziness going on with this trial that this is just one more thing to add to the list of other crazy stuff that has taken place. And it would be a shame that his trial would end up getting delayed once again after he has sat in jail for, going on 2 years. Next month will be 2 years since he was arrested. But I am going to lean towards the fact that maybe he is asking for Nicole or someone else to take the lead in this case. And Greenberg, now he has federal experience. I don't know if he has a federal case, as significant as R. Kelly's case, but he does have federal trial experience. And we know that Mike Leonard is a federal trial attorney. And I would think that, he would take the lead, but maybe R. Kelly has a better relationship with Nicole, and that is who he is more comfortable with. So it is going to be very, very interesting to see how this plays out, and to see if the judge allows for Greenberg and Leonard to step down or become, consultants on the case, or if she is going to say that they have to stay on the case and try it. But, they say that there's something significant going on behind the scenes and that they want to have a hearing to discuss the matter. So we will find out, I guess, in the next day or two exactly what is going on and what is taking place and what's going on behind the scenes. So guys, go ahead and leave your comments on what you think about this situation, and I will continue to do my research and come back and let you guys know if I find out anything new. But for now, breaking news: Steve Greenberg and Mike Leonard are asking the judge if they can step down as the lead counsel on R. Kelly's case. They say there's something significant going on behind the scenes, and they won't talk about it with the judge. And however, they are willing to stay on, to help out with the case. They just do not feel comfortable taking the lead role, taking a role on the case behind a lead counsel that has never tried a federal case, or a federal case as significant as this one. So go ahead, leave your comments below, rate the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.